Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you about my 25 goals for the year 2025. So I have 25 goals for the year 2025. I'm really goal driven. Like, I set up to-do lists, I'm super organized, I love to complete tasks. When I complete a task that's been on my list forever, I feel so good. It's really hard to hit a target if you don't even have one to begin with. So these goals serve as that target. Coming up with 25 goals was pretty hard. I actually had to search the internet a couple times to see like, oh, are there any ideas out there that might inspire me or could be added to my list based on, you know, my personal ambitions and values. That's why I really wanted to make sure I got it down on video. And it's not too late to create goals for the year. I mean, it's almost the end of January, but hey, who's gonna stop you? This is all for you and for personal improvement or to direct your life where you want it to go. So goal number 1 is to start a YouTube channel and post 3 videos a month. Now I got started kind of late in the month of January, but I finally made my first video. It was that TikTok video. If you haven't seen it yet, I would love and appreciate if you went to go watch that video next. So this is the second video of the month and I have one more planned that I'm working on. It's actually a crocheting video, which leads me into my next goal. Goal number 2 is to create a crochet planner and complete 5 projects. I recently got into crocheting back in October and I've done like a couple little projects. You'll see I have a Woobles right here. I've already done one kit and the video that's going to come out is a time lapse of another kit that I did. I really hope that you check out that video when it drops. But yeah, I really enjoy crocheting and it's a fun skill that I've picked up, so I want to continue doing it and I'd really love to make crochet gifts for my family and my friends. I want to create some sort of planner that keeps me on track so that I'm actually completing these projects and not waiting until the last minute, so that I have some gifts for people as I see them or as the holidays come around or maybe for their birthdays. So yeah, that's the plan. Goal number 3. I really want to finish reading the Bridgerton series. So if you haven't seen the Netflix show Bridgerton, which is based off the romance book series, I started reading the book series in 2024. I think I started in July. And so I've gotten through 5 of the books already. I've gotten through The Duke and I, The Viscount Who Loved Me, An Offer from a Gentleman, To Sir Philip with Love, When He Was Wicked. And I'm just about to finish Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, which is the 3rd season on the show. It's Penelope's story. So yeah, I'm very close to being done with that. And then I think I have 3 more after that. So I have Hyacinth's book, and then I have Gregory's book, and then I have the Happily Ever After, which is the 2nd epilogue, and it also includes Violet's story. I'm gonna finish Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, get those 3 done. I can cross this one off the list. And then I have to figure out a new book series to read or either listen to, because I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. All right, goal number 4 is to plan an international 1-week trip to Italy and Greece for 2026. I have never traveled abroad. I have a passport. It's supposed to expire in 2027, so I'd really like to use it before that 10 years is up. I would really like to go visit a new country for the first time, travel overseas, take a really long plane ride, because the longest I've ever done is from the East Coast to the West Coast, which was about, I think, 6 hours. Greece and Italy are definitely up there on my bucket list, and they're close-ish, so I would really like to plan a trip to both of those countries in 2026. And then maybe that'll make my 2026 list and I'll actually follow through on that. Number 5 is update my home office. Right now I work a hybrid job, so I work in person 2 days a week and I work remote 3 days a week. So I, spend the majority of my time and my work week at home. And I don't really have a home office. We don't have enough space in our apartment to really carve out a designated office space. And so a lot of the times I just use the desk that's in my room. It's an old desk. It's one that I built from Target and I've had it for 4 years now. I really want to get a standing desk. I have them at work and I love using it, but when I'm home, I just have to sit the whole day. There aren't many opportunities for me to stand and work. I don't have a lot of high surfaces in my apartment, so getting a standing desk would be ideal. And then I also want to get like a paper shredder, a printer, other things that I can use in the house that I don't have to wait to go to the office to use. So a little fun fact about me is my background is actually in music education. I am not currently a music educator, but I did, perform in several different ensembles when I was growing up, and I did pursue a Bachelor of Music Education for my undergrad in college. And then COVID hit while I was doing my student teaching, and that kind of threw my whole career path down a spiral. So I had to pivot from there, but that is my background, and I was very, very involved with marching band all throughout my time in high school and also my time in college. So something that I really enjoyed doing was arranging marching band music, creating arrangements of popular songs. The first one I ever did was John Cena's theme song. And I did that for my high school band, and we actually played it at some football games, so that was kind of fun. I also made some arrangements of Sia's Unstoppable and Panic at the Disco's Oh, it's Saturday night. Yeah, that's something that I really, really enjoy doing, but I never have the time for it anymore, so I want to specifically carve out time throughout my year and I want to arrange 2 marching band songs. I'm not currently involved in any kind of marching band. I would love to be involved with them, but I've aged out of college, so I can't really be involved as a student anymore. But if there's some way that I can get involved in some kind of high school or college band, or just become like a part-time music arranger, that would probably be the best kind of side hustle for me. But I've never published anything, and like I said, I've only been limited to the band that I was currently with when it came to arranging these pieces. So I would like to make more wide-scale arrangements that can be purchased by different high school bands or college bands to perform in the stands or on the field. That would be amazing. And that brings me to goal number 7, is to actually finally publish one of my arrangements. I would need to get involved in a music organization that allows me to, get the rights for songs and be able to publish my arrangements of those popular songs and deal with copyright and all that and distributing and publishing. So I have to figure out how to do all that, but that's something that I would really like to do this year. My next goal is to join a choir. I was actually a vocal education student, so I sang. Since then, my vocal cords have kind of gotten fried. I've done a lot of yelling at sporting events, and it's just kind of ruined them. So I can't sing like I used to sing, but I definitely don't want to discourage myself from ever singing again. So I'd like to find a local community choir that I can join. I have a pretty busy schedule right now, so it might not be until the fall, but I'm definitely going to look into joining some ensembles in the fall so that I can keep up singing and hopefully get my vocal cords up to good health again. Another goal that I have is to perform at Carnegie Hall in New York City. And you're probably thinking like, Savannah, what the heck? Where did that goal come from? I'm actually involved with a local community band that does have the opportunity to go to Carnegie Hall later this year and perform there. And I've signed up to go, so I'm just gonna keep pursuing that opportunity and hopefully it comes to fruition, but we're gonna have to wait and see. So fingers crossed that I can actually perform at Carnegie Hall in New York City this year. My last music related goal is to attend a music festival. I actually have one upcoming in a couple months, so I am planning to go. I haven't bought the tickets yet, but that is something that I'm really looking forward to if I can make that happen. All right, number 11. This is more to do with the career that I'm currently in. I would really like to attend a professional conference. I attended one last year, and luckily I had the funding to do so through my organization. So I am planning to go, but I won't be able to apply for funding until July. So we're gonna see if timing works out and I secure that kind of funding through my organization to attend that professional conference, but I would really like to go if I can. So goal number 12 is to travel to 3 new states. One of my overall bucket list items is to go to all 50 states within the United States. I've actually gotten through quite a few. I think I'm at 30 right now. I just moved to a new state actually that kind of unlocked my accessibility to some other states that I've never been to. So I'm hoping to achieve that. I've already been to 1 new state already. I actually was in a new state on the 1st of the year, so that works, and I've gotten 1 checked off my list, but I have 2 more, so I have to plan some trips and see what I can do to get me into those other states that are pretty adjacent to where I am now. Number 13 is create a skincare routine. I have never been good about maintaining a skincare routine or like at all. I wear very very little makeup, and so I don't constantly feel like I need to wash my face. I'm also a swimmer, and so the chlorine destroys my skin, and I just try to keep it as hydrated as possible. But I recently moved to a very dry climate, and so I've been noticing like very, very dry patches on my skin. I just feel like a skin routine would help keeping my skin nice and moisturized, clear of any acne or pimples, so that I can have a very beautiful face for the camera. I would like to learn a new skill, and that skill is skiing. I did have access to mountains and ski areas, ski resorts, but I was never interested in winter sports. Like, I am a summer baby through and through. I am way more of a summer and spring person than I am a fall and winter person. So I've just never ever considered trying a winter sport. Never been ice skating, never been skiing, snowboarding, anything like that. Ice fishing, I don't know, I've never done any of that. So I really want to try. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to fall and hurt myself. I'm a very tall person, and you know, the taller you are, the harder you fall, is what I've heard. So I'm really scared about that, but I have a friend who's coming to visit me soon, and they've never had any skiing experience, and I've never had any skiing experience, so I think if we do it together, it'll be better than if I do it myself. I'm hoping that we can go skiing together and I can try it for the very first time this year. We'll see how that goes. Again, I'll keep you updated on that if I do. So another new skill that I think would be manageable for me to learn is how to 3D print. What do I want to 3D print? I don't know. I don't really have any ideas right now, but I can learn the skills, and I do have access to a 3D printer. So I just gotta find out a way for me to learn how to do it and reserve the machine and the materials so that I can print out whatever I want to print out. Back when I was in high school, I had a friend who made me a 3D printed phone case, and it was so cool, but it was also really delicate. So anytime that I dropped my phone, like a huge chip would come out of it. But yeah, that's probably one of the coolest gifts that I've ever received. And so I would love to make 3D printed gifts for other people. I just gotta figure out how to do it. So these next few goals are more financial goals. The first is, that I've already completed actually, is open a high yield savings account. So I had been delaying on this for a while. I don't know why. I just didn't hop on the high yield savings account train like everyone else did, and so I missed some pretty high rates. I think I had heard that it was as high as 5% at one point. I'm at 4% right now with the high yield savings account that I chose, but we're gonna see how it goes because, you know, I haven't received any interest back on that account, and I really want to make sure that I'm able to grow my money rather than having it sit there and do nothing. The next goal is to max out my 2025 Roth IRA. That's something that I want to do every year. I want to be very consistent about maxing that out so that I will be set up for retirement. I also want to complete the 52-week savings challenge. If you don't know what that is, it is 52 weeks, so it's the course of an entire year. And so you put aside money at the end of every week based on the number from that week. So week 1, you put $1. Week 2, you put $2. Week 3, you put $3, and so forth. And so by the end, I think you should have a total of $1,380, something like that. I hope to follow that savings challenge and complete it and have that money for where I need it for the next year. Okay, so my last financial goal is to open a travel credit card. I do way more traveling now than I ever have, and I feel like I need to start accruing miles for flights rather than points that I can redeem. Because plane tickets have gotten so expensive, y'all. It's insane. I wish that airlines weren't price gouging us, especially around the holidays, but that's of course when I have time and want to travel to visit family. So I really want to make sure that I open it soon so I can start accruing those miles, maybe getting a welcome offer or bonus miles by opening a new credit card, and then saving those and using them for my holiday flights like Thanksgiving and Christmas when I have to fly to go see my other family. Number 20 is to complete a fitness challenge. I don't consistently go to the gym, and like I said, I am a swimmer and I've recently joined an adult swim team, so that's been keeping me a little bit more consistent. Not so much this month because I have been very reluctant to go when it's cold outside and snowing, and I don't want to get snow all over my car while I swim for 2 hours. The fitness challenge is something that I always, psych myself up to do. In the past, I've done the Chloe Ting workouts and fitness challenges, so I probably will limit myself to doing that for a month. Another goal that I have is actually to sign up for and complete a 5K. This is another thing that I've been doing for a while. I always get into a running kick sometime in the year, and then I want to sign up for a 5K shortly after I get into that training habit so that I actually follow through and continue running. Last year, I started running in January and did my 5K in the first week of February. I have not been running. Again, it's hard for me to go outside when it's snowing and such. Definitely that'll be later in the year, but I will keep you updated if I ever do get into the running challenge or a running training regimen. I will try to film that so I can document that progress. Number 22 is to swim at the US Masters 2025 Spring Nationals meet. I have been training for that meet. You can swim at it if you don't qualify for any of the events. You're still allowed to swim, and right now I haven't qualified. I would love to qualify for an actual event, but if not, it's okay. I still plan on attending and swimming what I can. Back in 2021, I downloaded Duolingo and I started to learn French. And so I was psyching myself up to relearn the language. I learned a little bit of it when I was in middle school and high school, and then I stopped doing that because I didn't have time in my schedule anymore, and frankly, I didn't really have the desire to. So I downloaded Duolingo, and currently I'm in the A2 level. I would like to complete the A2 level by the end of this year. There are like 46 units that you have to complete the overall level. And that can just help me in my proficiency with the language, and potentially, going to finally see a different country, going to France, seeing Paris for the first time, and being able to communicate would be a dream. Number 24 is get a new phone. So I've had this phone for almost 5 years, and I typically get a new phone every 4 years. I've never had an Android, I've always had iPhones. I don't think I would change to an Android or a Google phone at this point. I think Apple really has me hooked. I'm just kind of waiting for the next generation of the iPhone SE to drop. I have had SEs for the past 2 generations. I'm really waiting for the iPhone SE 4 or the 4th generation to drop soon. The rumors are it's coming out in March. Once that drops, I'm probably gonna just suck it up and get the new phone. And my final goal of 2025 is to cook at least 10 new recipes. I'm not the best chef, and it doesn't bring me joy like it brings some other people, but I definitely want to expand my culinary horizons because I am making the same meals every single week. I have this chicken recipe that I do all the time. I have this taco recipe that I do all the time. The vegetables that I cook are broccoli and frozen peas. I want to learn how to cook more vegetables so that I'm eating more vegetables. I don't really know where I'll start with that, but I'm definitely going to document 10 new culinary recipes for the year. All right, and those are my 25 goals for 2025. Let me know in the comments below, what are your goals for 2025? I'd love to read through them and work through it together. And yeah, that is all for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.